Digimon TCG officially launched in the West January 29th of 2021, releasing 3 starter decks, Gaia Red, Kakaitis Blue, and Heaven's Yellow. The following month we got BT1. Fast forward to today, we are currently in BT13. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, it basically means we're on the 13th main set of Digimon. Of course, besides the side sets, which are called EX, currently in the 4th set, and now 14 starter decks, and then we have gift sets and promo sets. The point is, we have thousands and thousands of cards now, and yet we're still missing some armor cards for Veemon. In this video, I'll go over the armor evolutions we currently have in the TCG and ones that we are still missing. Let's get into it. Starting off with one of my favorites, Veedramon.
Digi-Armored, energize!
Veemon obtains his form from the Digi Egg of Courage. Veedramon made his first appearance in episode 1, Digimon Adventure 2. In the Digimon TCG as of now, there are only 2 Veedramon cards. The first Veedramon card made its debut in BT8, which released back in May 27 of 2022. Veedramon, along with other cards, introduced a new game mechanic called Armor Purge. The second Veedramon card we got in the TCG did not come out until EX3. This Veedramon, compared to the first, I'll be honest, this sucks. Lost the Purge ability and focused more on the DNA Turbo Deck Virus and Pyodramon, which, don't get me wrong, he looks badass. Moving on to the Digi Egg of Friendship, Veemon digivolves into Lightroom. Lightroom was also introduced in BT8, and since then we have not gotten another Lightroom. I love Lightroom's design, he just looks so awesome, kind of keeping that Kangaruman factor. And I love that these forms have Veemon integrated in their bodies, right? Those blue parts of it. The Digi Egg of Love is next. And okay, here's a little confession. Some of these armor evolutions I did not know even existed, and this is one of them. Could be because I have not watched all of the Digimon series yet, don't hate me. Anyway, Veemon digivolves into Sethman, which looks so badass. Sethman is a Digimon first made an appearance in Digimon Cross Wars in December of 2013. I love that Sethman also keeps the bottom base of Veemon. So because the Digi Egg of Love was too great to handle, it could not be controlled, and that love converted into hatred. This is giving me some Rihanna vibes, hate that you love me or love that you hate me, what is it? It's one of those things. As for the TCG, we have not seen the debut of Sethman. If I were to guess, when they do bring Sethman into the TCG, I believe he will be a purple card, possibly a dual color card with red, having security attack +1 or retaliation. It would have to be a mixture of aggressive and or removal. Up next is the Digi Egg of Sincerity. Veemon digivolves into Yasuman. Yasuman was introduced in Digimon Frontier back in September 21 of 2012. Yasuman has tremendous power and is devoted to protecting the weak. Yasuman was first introduced into the TCG in BT12. So very recent, considering that was only about 2 sets ago. Veemon cannot digivolve into this card, however, since all the Veemons we have are blue and unable to digivolve onto a green champion, which is what Yasuman is. So I'd kind of argue that we don't have an armored digivolution for Yasuman yet. If it is introduced, allowing you to digivolve from Veemon, I would say it could be possibly a red card, having the altered digivolution of being able to digivolve from Veemon, possibly a green card as well. Green because I could also see this Digimon being a tech card or forcing your Digimon to suspend and or having piercing. Another armor form that we do not have in the TCG is Honey Veemon. Honey Veemon was also introduced in Digimon Frontier back in October 18th of 2013. I have to catch up with Digimon, I know. Veemon digivolves into Honey Veemon from the Digi Egg of Knowledge. Power-wise, it is pretty weak, however, it makes up for it in speed. If they introduced Honey Veemon into the TCG, I believe it would be a yellow card, since yellow cards are the lower end of the DP or power spectrum, but they have really good effects, such as reducing your opponent's DP, or even with the ability that allows you to gain memory or reduce digivolution costs, since it would allow you to build up quick to kind of go with that speed of Honey Veemon, if that makes sense. With the Digi Egg of Reliability, Veemon digivolves into Depthmon. Depthmon made its debut back in Digimon Tamers back in September 12 of 2014. Depthmon is a master of underwater and can dive deep down into the ocean. Its armor protects it from extreme underwater pressure. Depthmon is another armor evolution that has yet to make it into the TCG. If Depthmon gets introduced into the TCG, I do see this card being a blue card, possibly a purple card or a mixture of the two. I think a cool effect for this card would have to be to delete a Digimon that has Let Source in itself, and if he gets an effect that allows you to add sources underneath them, allowing you to potentially delete higher level Digimon would be pretty cool. And now another Digivolution that we do not have from Veemon in the TCG is Sagittarianon. It evolves from the Digi Egg of Hope. I have yet to watch Digimon Frontiers. Based on his appearance, I do see qualities of Lightramon and Flamedramon. This Digimon just looks so cool, giving a sort of a leader for a villain group. He comes off as a villain to me, which is ironic since it is Digivolved using the Digi Egg of Hope. I could see this card being a mixture of red, black, yellow, or purple. Basically, I guess every color, huh? As for an effect, I really do see here Security Attack along with having Piercing. Up next, we got Gargoyleman, and another form of Veemon that we do not have in the TCG. Evolves using the Digi Egg of Light. Gargoyleman made its debut in Digimon Cross Wars, and you guessed it, I have not watched Cross Wars either. At least not yet. I really love this design. Gargoyleman is a dark animal and yet have a holy color being all white. I could see this evolution coming off as similar to Greymon being forced to digivolve into Skull Greymon for Veemon. Gargoyleman gives me yellow and purple color vibes, right in line with Mastemon. And as for what this card would do, I could see retaliation for sure, even perhaps recovering security. Up next is Kangaruman. Veemon uses the Digi Egg of Kindness to digivolve into Kangaruman. Kangaruman made its debut in D3, the video game, another armor evolution that has not made it into the TCG. What the hell were they thinking with this evolution for Veemon? This might be my least favorite of the armor evolutions for Veemon. I'd say this would be a red card, seeing as that it has boxing gloves. A cool effect that would make me play this card is being able to attack twice per turn, kind of like a Digimon Superior mode, keeping kind of that 1-2 combo from boxing. Now we have probably the most popular evolution of Veemon. And that is Magnan. Magnan making his debut in Digimon Adventure 2 back in June 5th of 2009. And of course, also a member of the Royal Knights. This is just ex-Veemon with gold armor. I'm not complaining. I love this design. Veemon achieves this form using the Digi Egg of Miracles. Currently we have two Magnemon cards. The first one debuted in BT8 as well. And if you don't know, BT13 introduced a new deck using all of the 13 Royal Knights, which is really cool. It's such an amazing concept. It just sucks that that little furball shuts down that whole deck. What's cool about this new Magnemon though from BT13 is that it really works well with the Veemon. So if you're gonna do an Armor Rush deck, you could throw that in there. And of course, we also have the Magnemon X antibody that got released back in BT9 in July 29 of 2022, making it a great addition to the armored deck. Last but not least of the armor evolutions for Veemon, we got a gold colored Veedramon. Using the Digi Egg of Destiny, gold Veedramon has appeared in the video game Digimon Adventure 2 D1 Tamers. Released back in December 9 of 2000, gold Veedramon recently just got introduced in the TCG with the latest EX set. EX4 was released back in June 23 of 2023. So as you can see, we are still getting support for armor evolutions, just maybe not as quickly as we would like. So out of the 11 Digimentals, that's what the armor eggs are called. If you guys didn't know, I didn't know until I researched this. So in the TCG, we only have 5 out of 11. We are still missing 6 cards to make its way into the card game. Again, I'd argue Yasuman isn't the armor Digivolution card for Veemon in the card game. But anyway, which card do you think they're gonna debut next? Personally, I would love to see Gargoyleman and or Sethman come out next. I want to do a video like this for Hawkmon and all of its Digi Armor evolutions. So if you want to catch that video, make sure you're subscribed. Hit the like button if you guys really like this video. It would help me out tremendously. And I'll catch you guys on that next video.